Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's good. It's good.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. The reason I wanted you to come here because this is my thought process on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
This movement is big.
Huge.
What's going on now in society?
Huge.
And now, in every revolutionary movement, every revolution, it looks from the outside in as if it's male dominated, which it kind of is, like if you see it, right? But
The face.
the face of it.
The face of it,
Because
yeah.
we could, the face of it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all the books that I read, there was always women. Black Panthers at Angela Davis.
I'm about to say Angela Davis, big
Come
one.
on.
Huge.
Come on.
Huge.
Unbelievable, right? Then we got who else? The Young Lords. Everything, every movement had women in it. And then I see you on Facebook going to all the protests. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
That, you know what? Years ago, police killings have been happening a long time. Injustices have happened a long time. But I was taught to, just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Growing up with that, boy, just be quiet. Just kind of go under the radar. Don't say anything.
Was that like family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So, everything. You go to work, you got to be professional.
Yeah.
Anything happen at work? No. Leave it alone. Let it ride. You don't.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
after years of having to be suppressed, whether it's coronavirus related, where I had to stay in the house and I just got angry and couldn't voice anything.
Yep.
Or just me just being fed up by this, I decided to start speaking out. I educated myself a lot with everything going on. I always research. Social media it could be a gift or a curse.
Yeah.
You know?
It's eye-opening because it's all the knowledge right there for you. But if you look in the wrong place and you're looking for the wrong things, your mental could get skewed.
Yes.
To that one side. And you could always find like a side for your story.
Yeah,
you can make it make sense to you if you look for it.
If you're looking for it.
Yeah. People
Now,
think the earth is flat. Like, come on. That's crazy.
I haven't decided which part I'm on with that one. I'm trying to get through this racism stuff first. You know what I'm saying? But now social media. Now, years ago, I started really watching people. Riza Islam, Sean King, who else? Shaka from he's overseas Africa. Shaka Bars.
Okay.
Now he throws some stuff here and there. Recently, Grandmaster Jay.
Yeah.
He began the Black
that's
Panther
the NFAC?
Yes.
Yeah, my boy put me up on him.
Bro.
He's not playing. He said some crazy stuff one time, and I was like, did you just say put him in the trunk? I was like, oh, no. You know what I mean? But I was like, what? Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I don't know.
With him, it's extreme, but he's dropping knowledge here and there. There's something, you put him in the trunk. Okay, I'm not gonna do all that, but
it proves a point. Listen, stop messing with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hear what's going on, So those are the people that I'm following on like Instagram.
Yeah.
I do have a Twitter, I have two Twitters.
Yeah.
I have my Twitter. You see some of my stuff.
Yeah.
But then I have this revolutionary Twitter that nobody knows who I am there.
Yeah.
It has a whole thing. That's where I get a lot of information from, just everybody putting their opinions. Now, when I look at the opinions of the people, whether I agree with them or disagree, I fact check everything.
Yep.
I see different points of view from everybody. So I take that. I take my IG stuff. I take the stuff that people putting on Facebook.
Yeah.
I combine that information. I Google it. I Google it again and again until I get it and I understand it.
Yeah.
For example, the defund the police that's out right now.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. What do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm for defunding. Do you understand what defunding the police means, though?
See, I feel like there's two sides to that. It depends on who's saying it and how they're swinging it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, in my head, defunding the police, like if you're just going to take money from them,
Mm-hmm.
is like a little bit crazy, right?
Yeah.
Which my thought is right now, like I said, I'm a flip-flop on this because I'm just freestyling conversations, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably go back. Who knows? But I'm saying they should get paid more, right? But the training is what I spoke with on the last episode with T. Was training, and pay them more, right? So it's worth it, and vet them. Like, this is too easy to become a cop. You know what I mean? It's way too easy. But defund them as far as not making them a military force. Like, come on with this. They go to Iraq, they bring all the surplus vehicles and bring it back.
Yep.
And listen, as a dude, you give me a toy, I want to play with it. So I got this SWAT truck. You think I'm not going to use it? I can't wait for something to pop off so I could drive it.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it.
When most people, and I had to explain this several times to a bunch of friends on Facebook about defunding. When you hear defund, you take away money. Defund, you're taking away money.
Yeah.
What they really mean, that's just to catch you. You know, unless you're willing to do the research about it, you're going to be like, no, we need the police. We're not saying abolish the police.
Yeah,
We're not saying get rid of the police. We're saying have the police do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, they're supposed to stop crime. They're supposed to patrol. They're supposed to make sure that everything's safe in their town.
Yeah.
Now you take the funds away that you're giving them a couple $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Say it's $4 million, right? Take away 3. Give them $1 million budget. Let them work with that. The $3 million, mental health.
Build a community.
Housing. Why do you need housing? Do you know how many people live in the hood, live in the bad areas because they can't afford the housing?
Yeah, and that goes back to redlining too.
Redlining, exactly. That's why do you think that everybody is where they look at Jersey City, Newark, you know, dope places to chill sometimes.
Yeah.
But there are places you won't go in Newark. There are places you won't go in Jersey City.
And it's crazy because I grew up in Amboy. And it's like, I'll go anywhere.
Right?
I was in Miami working, Opalaka, Hialeah. And they probably thought I was a cop. Because I'm walking around like
nothing,
not
right?
knowing that it was the hood. But I didn't know. But see, I could walk around there. So you can go to those places like Newark.
Yeah.
But then there's still, you're like, ooh.
You're still like, you still have, your eyes are all over the place. They should be.
Yeah. But that's years and decades and decades of them just being like, let's put them in there.
Yep.
And who cares? And then you ask, why is it like that? Why is it like that?
Because you made sure that they were there.
Yep.
You didn't want them. That's why gentrification is so huge in New York City right now.
Look at Brooklyn. Look at that. Word.
Brooklyn.
Word.
What is it?
They were here wearing chancletas drinking Starbucks.
What is it? Brooklyn Heights? What was that before? It was it's not Fort Greene, right? Gun Hill.
Gun Hill.
Yeah.
And Bedford-Stuyvesant. No, did they change Bedford-Stuyvesant?
No, I think No, I don't think they changed the name, but I think that they
I forgot. It was one that the name sounded. I think it was Gun Hill, and they were like, "No, we don't want that name no more."
I went. My sweetheart, rest in peace, used to live in East New York, and we used to go through those areas, and I'm like, babe, this is so nice. You know, nothing of what I heard before.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so nice. And he was like, well, back in the day, he would tell me a story about. I'm like, damn, gentrification is real.
Yeah.
But that's what they did with all these. So when you defund the police and you give to housing, guess what? The housing is going to be put in the areas that are necessary. Then you don't have everybody in one and struggling. Yeah. Because when you struggle, you stress. When you stress, you do some crazy things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when you got to feed kids and then you're like, there's no way out.
Yep. So what are you going to do? So what are you going to do? You're going to rob, steal, maybe. Or, you know, it goes back to mental health. You get depressed. You can't deal with it. It goes back to mental health.
PTSD. Everybody in the hood's dealing with it.
Yo. And how do you deal with it? You got to go see somebody.
There's nobody.
So, and that goes to insurance. Now, I have PTSD, right? For life situations. Not really. I didn't go to war or anything like that, right? Yeah. So I have PTSD, but I can't get any other help because insurance doesn't cover it. So reallocate those funds to mental health so people do have free mental health. so they can go and get the help that they need.
At least, right? All right, we could go on healthcare on whether it should be free or not, right? Well, even if you charge people for healthcare, mental health should be universally free.
Oh.
At least that.
Oh, yeah.
At least that. You know how many diseases people get from just being stressed?
Mm-hmm.
If you could alleviate that, you're just talking to somebody who's paying them. The government should pay. Defund the police. You know what? I'm with that.
Allocate that.
Yeah.
So we said mental health, housing, and there was something else that we could education, after school programs. What are the kids doing in school? Oh, I work in a school. I've worked in several schools.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the education system itself, the whole thing, it just needs an overhaul. We need to put the new subjects in there. We need to add some things to it, take some things away. We need to revamp the whole education system. After school programs, I'm gonna tell you, some of these kids go home to nothing. Some of these kids' parents are working another 5 hours when these kids get home.
Yep.
These kids are walking home by themselves.
School is the only time they eat.
Some schools, yeah.
You know
that's the only time. Why do you think that I'll bring up Perth Amboy because that's our hometown. Why do you think Perth Amboy is so reluctant to close when they have snow or for anything? They're very reluctant to close or have half days because a lot of it, and this is something that was told to me by somebody up there, kids have to eat. This is their only meal sometimes. So between the food, they can get better food, because let me tell you, some of this food that's given, I wouldn't touch.
I know.
And I've tried in my school. I've tried their food just because since they're eating them, I want to see what they're tasting.
You're like, what is this?
One of my students all year, she wouldn't eat. She would not touch the school food, and she would be hungry. She would be hungry because she won't touch the school food. So I taste our quality of food, the education system itself, and after school programs. So when these kids don't have anything, after school to do, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So education. So take the funds that the police don't need.
Yeah.
And distribute it to what do you call it when before a problem happens?
Intervention.
Yeah. Well, I guess a type of intervention.
Yeah.
You want to. I have no words. You want to stop the problem before it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. You have all these programs in the cities. Instead of the police having the tanks, 100, more riot gear-ish things.
Yeah.
You want to put it in the right places because you want to prevent that.
Yeah.
Preventative care.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Thank
Finally,
you.
Right?
I'm terrible with words.
I know. It's all good. Everybody is.
But you want to prevent the police having to go out in riot gear. You know what I'm saying? You want to prevent. So now.
And they can't wait to use it. That's what I'm saying. You give me riot gear, I'm going to put it on.
I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
I'm going to tell
crazy.
you. The school I work at, right? It's a cool place to work. The kids are great. I'm a paraprofessional. It's cool. I really like this school.
That's where kids with
no.
You don't work there no more?
No. I've been out of that. The school was a school for the disabled. I've been out of there for a long time.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Now I'm in a regular public school.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, but I got wait. I have when we go back to police training, I'm gonna share some things about my experience at the school for disabilities that the police can use. But the school I'm at now is beautiful. It's wonderful, right? It's cool. We have career day. Cool. These are kindergarten to 5th graders, right? Little ones.
Yeah.
I'm with the 5th graders because anything younger is weird for me.
Yeah.
So one day we had the firefighters in the cafeteria on one side and the policemen on the other.
Yeah.
So me being now this is after the thing in Carteret that happened with the kid Monty
that got beat up. I think it was.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw.
Didn't they just protest recently over there?
Yeah.
They did,
I was
right?
supposed to be a part of that, but I didn't feel solid with it. Like something didn't feel right. So I
be
sat
right
that one
there.
out.
You're
Yeah,
like,
no. I sat that one out because
live to fight another day.
I'm telling you,
You know,
because I didn't know what was gonna happen. So
you got a daughter, so you can't just be out here like,
exactly. I can't wild out now.
Yeah.
So I try to go to the ones that I know that are not gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So this is after the thing with Monty happened, and I don't know if you saw the video, but it was a video. It was
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna explain it to you then. The kid took a car, his parents' car, right?
Okay.
And he's driving through the streets. I guess he was speeding or something. So the cop is following him. Now this kid is scared, right?
Yeah.
He was wrong. He sped through all these streets. Now I don't know if you know Carteret, but some of these, do you know some of the streets just stop?
Yeah, they're dead ends. You go there and they don't even look like a dead end.
It's just
you're like,
boom.
What? Yeah,
wow.
Yep.
So after a little bit of a chase, 16-year-old boy, okay. He's a 16-year-old young man. Let me rephrase. I don't want anybody to think that
like, he's an innocent kid. No,
he's not. He's 16.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew to take the car. The key to the car.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he had his license. I don't think he had his license. So you understand why he was.
Yeah. He
around.
was like trying to get out of here. Yeah.
He crashed into one of those walls, right? And if you see the video, the boy comes out, the young man comes out, he's disoriented. You see him going like this.
Yeah, because he hit the wall, yeah.
Yeah, so airbag and everything. So he's like this. So he's already the police failed to see that.
Yeah.
So the policeman just remembered all the chasing that he just did and was so amped up and angry, threw the kid on the floor and started beating him.
No.
His face was swollen, went to the hospital. Thank God there was, he's alive.
That could have been bad.
It could have ended horribly. And the family, they're angry. Of course they're angry still
I
to
would
this
be.
day.
It's like, all right, he messed up, but Jesus Christ.
Exactly. No, he got beaten. Like, he got beat. And
that's what the court is for. And the system ain't fair, but I'm saying that's what court is for.
That's another point. Remind me later to talk about that too. But so
we'll touch on everything.
You're gonna touch everything today. I'm so full of. Woo.
Yeah, get it out. This is what I started this for. You know what I mean?
I definitely appreciate that.
Thank you for coming,
especially around this time.
Exactly.
This is a sensitive time, so things need to be said, and reality needs to be. People need to be slapped with it.
And you need an outlet. Everybody needs an outlet. Exactly. This is mental health. This, you know what I mean? Hopefully you do walk away from this like, and this won't be the last time you come back, hopefully.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I would love to come back again already. You see?
So we could do it again. But yeah. So all right, so
he got beat. And this is right after the cop got off. So I lied. It's not after this isn't right after he got beat up. It was after the cop went to trial and got off. Okay? The cop is the mayor's brother, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. The cop who did it was is not
the current mayor's brother. Was he was his brother the mayor when this happened?
Yeah, this happened in 2017.
Oh.
That's why they protested in front of his house. And he asked this girl who was yelling at him, who said, "I remember what you did. Do you remember what you said?"
I seen that.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Are you on drugs again?" So for a professional person to say that, I'm like, these are your constituents. These are the people who are going to vote for you or not.
And now politicians out here can say whatever they want after Trump. Now they're just out here talking crazy.
You know what?
Reality TV show.
But this movement, that's what's going to stop. Do you see what's going on with this movement? I'm tired. I went to a rally today. It wasn't even that. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't a march. It was, we got there. We took our signs. People stood on one side of the street, on the other side of the street. We held up our signs. A lot of people honked their horns. I didn't get flipped off this time. I got flipped off the first time from there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's Metuchen, but Metuchen itself is not. Wait, Metuchen itself as a people, I was told by one of my good friends who's grew up in Metuchen, lived there and still there. Yeah. She said the town itself is not racist.
Okay.
The town itself is not racist. The Metuchen, the people, the group who did, I think it was NAACP and somebody else who headed this one today. They had speakers and everything.
Okay.
They asked, and I shared it, if anybody who's had a
I seen that.
Yeah, a run-in.
Did they have to get a permit to go there today? Or it was like guerrilla style, like we just out here. Like, I don't care.
But you know what? Out of respect, they did ask the police officer. Well, they did say, listen, police officers, this is what we're going to do. We just want to make sure.
It's going to be peaceful, hopefully.
Yeah, no. Well, Metuchen, whoa, if you saw my live, it was all colors. Yeah. It was Asian, Spanish, white, well, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. White, black. It was everybody.
Solidarity together.
It was united.
That's what I mean. This has been going on for so long, right? And that one incident with George Floyd, it is a race issue, but it's also a police issue. It's a human being issue.
And it's so big now. And they've been calling the word I've been hearing is catalyst. That George
the catalyst that sparked change.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he had to be the one, but as blatant as the video was, and this happened in February, I think it was. No, lies. That was Ahmad. That was Ahmad.
Let me start it on that one.
Not yet. I gotta go back to my school story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got school, we got everything. But I don't know what month is we in.
May. I think May.
May. It had to be around May.
Yeah. So from that time, it took what for them to get arrested? People robbing and looting to get arrested. Rioting. Hello, what do you do? I don't know what you do, but when my daughter doesn't listen to me, my voice goes up a couple octaves.
Yep.
And then she goes, Mom, what did I do? Bro, you didn't hear me the first time. Oh, you didn't say anything. Oh yeah? Well, and then I start,
Yeah, and it's like,
hello, now you're gonna listen to me.
Yeah.
But it had to happen this way.
Yeah. And what did you say? Rioting is the voice of the unheard?
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Right? But let me go back to this is I'm gonna go back to because we got off track with the school.
The mayor.
The school.
Whatever happened with the kid in Carteret though?
Yeah. Well, he's okay. And
the cop
now,
is good. They didn't charge him or nothing.
Cop is working again and everything. Yeah, he's full everything.
Oh my God.
So it was shortly after that the career day firefighters were on one side, and my students were looking at the firefighters and learning from them, and they're all sweet and this is our helmet, you guys want to try it on, and then on the other side I'm watching the police because I know firefighters. My father was a firefighter for 20-something years. You know what I'm saying? First, maybe second Puerto Rican in Perth Amboy to be a firefighter. Yeah. My father made history, yo.
That's dope.
I know, that's my dad. Yeah. But so I grew up a firefighter's daughter. I hung out at the firehouse. So I know how they are already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I was trying to catch a vibe. You never catch a bad vibe from firefighters. You never catch a bad vibe. I mean, there are some, but now I'm watching the police officers who are on the other side of the cafeteria. This is our riot gear. Telling these kids, if you get out of line, we'll put this on, and then we're going to come handle you. And they were talking so rough to these children.
Yeah.
And they were talking rough. They were talking like if they were going to become
criminals,
which, the mass incarceration that we are currently still in.
Yep.
That's the first
school to prison pipeline.
That's the first thing that came in my mind when I'm hearing them talk.
You're like,
oh, I was so mad. I can't do anything. I'm a paraprofessional who's outsourced from a different company. You know what I'm saying?
So and inside, you're like,
that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Because I could not. That day, I had to sit there and eat it.
That's so crazy,
do you know how hard it is to sit there and eat something like that? I can't complain to the principal because she's really not approachable in that way. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
just kind of just do my job, smile and nod. So I couldn't go to her. So I had to eat it. And I hated it. I hated every minute that I could not say anything about the situation. But I had to just bite my lip and keep it moving.
I don't get it. I don't know why what's crazy too? When they like came to school I went to Catholic school, obviously, you know.
With me.
And when they had the DARE program, I didn't know anything about drugs
until
DARE came. And then I'm like, oh, is that what weed looks like?
Okay.
And then it was just like so weird. But then it was like you said, with the cops come there. And it's like, I'm going to use this on you. Instead of being like, listen, this is a good job, benefits, da-da-da-da. You help the community. You protect the community. You see a little old lady crossing the street, you stop traffic, you put your lights on, you get to help her cross the street. You know what I mean? People call you when they're in trouble.
Okay. When we grew up, that's what it was. That's what it was for the children, right?
Yeah.
Outside of school, it's what it is now.
Still. Yeah, we knew.
But it's not, it wasn't recorded back then.
Yeah.
But now,
my daughter
is 12 years old. I've been telling her since she was 5 about the racism, about police. And
I wanted to ask you about that too. How crazy are those conversations? Like to have to sit down and not only as a girl, you got to break down womanhood in this world we live in, and then the race issue.
Listen, when I found out I was having a girl, I sobbed. And my daughter's father didn't understand why. When I stopped sobbing, he goes, why are you so upset? I was like, because we're having a girl, and I know it's a fantastic thing, but I know what I went through growing up as a woman in Perth Amboy. And I knew, how scary it was. Not because, you have the old men who are, mommy. I was 12 years old,
That's
11
crazy.
years old, bro.
And
dudes
you're like,
eyeing
scumbag. You creep.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
But did you know that is wrong? Did you know that it was wrong back then when they did it? Because I didn't.
All right.
Because I didn't know that.
You were just like, well, all right.
Yeah, I didn't know that Papo on the corner, Papo head, I didn't know him hollering at me was a bad thing. I didn't know that was a type of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
What'd
you take it as? Just like, this guy's crazy?
I just said it was normal. I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal for the old dudes to be hollering at the young girls. I thought it was a normal thing because nobody spoke to me about it.
So now you're like, I'm going to talk to her.
Oh, yeah.
And so how many?
Our relationship is open, and people look at me when they say things in front of her, and they're like, yo, she's like young. I'm like, bro, she's gotta know now. When she was 5, I started telling her about her skin tone. I said she used to call herself brown, right? Because she's literally kids are brown. Black kids are brown.
Yeah.
So I went with it. I said, you're brown, babe. You're brown. And I kept on, you're brown and you're beautiful. You're brown and you're whatever. I never neglected her. I say mixed side because our nationality is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
As a person, our race.
Yeah.
We are not Puerto Rican.
Yeah, no.
Because Puerto Rican is not a race.
It's not.
So I made sure to explain that to her.
You ever read War Against All Puerto Ricans?
I have it at home. I cracked open the first part of it, and I haven't been able to read it.
It's crazy that I read. I know more about Black history than I know about Puerto Rican or Taino history.
Yes.
That one day I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't know. I guess hip hop, Dead Prez had me like, and I don't know, Black Panthers. I loved all that, like that movement where I'm like, yo.
Because it was a strong, put together, united movement.
Yeah.
Of one race, basically.
Of one cohesive movement for a greater cause.
Yep.
For one thing.
Yep.
For the ups, that's where I went with the whole machismo part of it. Where it's all like, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? You can't have it all like that. It'll never work because women love different than men. You know what I mean? Women are the bearers of life. Yep. So you can't tell me that we're the same on that aspect of love.
No, y'all do the who, the rough, the who. And then we're here. What do they say? Behind every great man is a better woman.
Yeah. Tell them something.
But no, we have to back up.
Yeah.
Our brothers.
Yeah.
Our Black brothers, our Latino brothers, we have to back y'all up when you're fighting for the greater good. We will back you up. We will walk with you. You know, and that's my job now, is because I see so many of, you know, Martin Luther King was a great person, right?
Yeah.
Even the white people now say it, right? Oh, Martin Luther King, he was so peaceful. He was so great. Bro.
They love Muhammad Ali. They ain't like him. Like when he turned up, and now it's like,
yes.
Yeah.
So,
but Martin Luther King,
Malcolm X, you know, people respect him now. They're like, well, Malcolm X said, you know, but you have all these men who are the face. Who is behind them, you know, saying, all right, you know, you got this, babe. I got you.
Think about Martin's wife.
Yo.
Come on.
Yo.
Like, Malcolm's wife, when they firebombed his house with I don't think they were in there.
But, they weren't in there.
But he had a wife and 2 kids. Like, imagine.
Yeah. But imagine their talks back then. Oh, man. Can you imagine what I'm telling my daughter now about, you know, her, you know, racist? Mind you, my daughter had a racist issue this past school year. I don't know if because I put it on social media because I was so appalled. I was like, he did what? Yeah. So I get to the school, right? My daughter comes out. She gets in the car.
Let's clarify. She's Puerto Rican and
black.
All right.
Yeah, she's black Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Who goes to Colonia.
Okay.
You know, she goes to, I mean, it's mostly diverse school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But she comes to the car, she goes, and now she had a friend, I don't want to say his name, but she had a friend.
Let's keep that out.
They were friends, you know, in school.
Yeah.
She would look for him and they would hang out and play whatever. I'm mad at so-and-so. I said, why are you mad at so-and-so? I know so-and-so. She talks about so-and-so. Because what he said to me today, what did he say to you? Now, we're still sitting in the car. I haven't moved yet.
In front of the school?
On the side of the school. Yeah. She goes, so-and-so, I asked him to put my iPad away because he was putting away iPads. And he goes, and I don't remember the word for word what it was. And she doesn't remember either. I just know that. But he said something along the lines of, you should be doing this. You're black. You're a slave. Yo, I don't know if you see, I don't know if you see me now, but I think that sparked what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Like this,
I was calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
Until that day that happened. Bro, I never scoot into a school so fast to talk to the principal or talk to whoever. They didn't want to let me in at first. I said, I need to see the principal. The principal's done for no, I need to see the principal. I will email her. And I started to email her. I shot her an email. She knew I was serious.
Yeah.
She knew I was not jokey here. And I wasn't the angry Puerto Rican. No, I was an angry mom.
Yeah.
Of a young woman of color. We're not playing these games.
But this can't be okay.
No, it's not.
I'm not just gonna go home and tell her some people are ignorant.
No.
Somebody needs to bring so and so over here and let him know why that's wrong.
Yeah.
And we need a program in here now for this.
Oh, don't get me started on
race relations. Let's go.
Program.
Oh, yeah.
So I go into the school. I said my piece. You know, I said I don't want him in her classes. I don't want him near her. Yep. And if this is an issue, I will go to the superintendent myself and speak to him. Let me tell you, her principal's wonderful. Yeah. She's wonderful. She handled it, you know, as best as she could with as much couth as she could. You know what I'm saying?
Try to be diplomatic about it. Yeah.
So I let it rock or whatever, you know. He was playing games, you know, sitting at a table like this. And you know how this is cut right here? He was over there. He goes, technically, I'm not at your table. So, you know, he was playing games and everything. Yeah. But, you know, so that, I think, sparked what I'm doing now. Besides the... you know, being angry because the police don't know how to police and how to do it correctly.
Yep. Because it's been bad since day one. The purpose of the police is crazy why police started. You know what I mean?
Let me, the overseers. KRS-One said it.
Yeah.
Overseer, officer.
How dope was that bar though, right? When you first heard it, I was like, "What's he keeps repeating?" And I'm
that's
like,
why
it turned into.
Yeah, that's why.
So good.
That's why you see me post sometimes. And like I said, social media is my
Your outlet.
It's an outlet.
Yeah,
but it's more for me to inform.
Yeah, but you just don't do that. That's why you just don't do social. That's why I wanted you to come here, because the people talk, which is cool. If you could only go on social and say, "Hey, this is bad. Let's treat humans better. Let's do this." That's cool, because if that's the only thing you can do, right? But then you see like somebody like you go out, and it's like, damn, am I doing enough?
That's what happened. That's exactly how you just said it. Is how it happened with me. I was tired of talking. Because I talk a lot. You know, I'm on social media, I talk to people, but you could only complain but so much.
Yeah.
Till somebody says, shut up and do something about it. I learned that at my first job, at the school.
Yeah.
We would complain about things, and then one day I just looked at the lady and I said, yo, what are you gonna do about it though? All you're gonna do is complain? Nah, son. Let's step up our game. Are you gonna write a letter to somebody? What are we doing? So when this happened, right? I would, when Sandra Bland was killed, I said, son, Trayvon Martin, that hurt me.
Yeah.
It hurt me more when dude got off.
Zimmerman.
Yeah. That hurt me even more. But
no, the Ahmaud Arbery, which we'll get into, that got me probably the most angry.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
it was a whole conspiracy.
But I feel like we ain't talking about him as much. Like we are, but right. It was like, hold on, we should have been like ex-police.
Because it was back
to back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what it is? So with Ahmaud Arbery, what happened was the ex-cop, right?
Yeah.
He did what he did, but he was robbing houses. He was robbing a house.
Yeah.
Right? He was robbing a house, right? So then that set the tone a different way to begin with.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's how he got off. They were like, oh, he tried to fight with a gun.
Yeah, that's why they didn't. Well, that's why they didn't arrest him. But it wasn't that. It was that whole area is racist like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
because they had surveillance of him in the house, but they had like 3 other white couples going there the same day, and nobody. How come you ain't go up to them?
People will go to bat for these officers or for these people who kill black people. They will say all types of shit to get him,
you can curse on here, who cares?
I appreciate it. They will say whatever to justify the killing.
I know.
Bro, yesterday, Atlanta.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that before.
Yeah. I got a message in my inbox today, and I'm not going to say any names. You know who you are. I love you. But you just don't see. You don't see it. So yesterday.
Trying to get into some people? Trying to get into some people? You're like, you don't understand what I'm saying?
It's like, I was telling my friend, I'm like, listen, and I'm trying to explain them, but they're like, do, like all over the place, right? Or they just believe what they believe. So my friend believed, and he said he was like, oh, I never said that he should have been shot. But
let's explain the incident just in case people don't know.
So yesterday in Atlanta, this dude, I guess he failed a sobriety test. He was sleeping in the drive-thru of I don't even know what it was. He was sleeping.
It was like a Wendy's. I think it was a Wendy's.
Yeah.
You hit a guy at a Wendy's. He was at a Wendy's.
Oh, then that was it.
I think so.
I was just so taken aback by the messages I was getting in my inbox about it. So he was sleeping.
Yeah.
He was inhibiting cars from going straight. What they did was go around. He wasn't in front of where you got the food.
Yeah.
And he was parked in, but he was sleeping.
Yeah.
He was sleeping, whatever it was, off.
Yeah.
That's kind of that, it is what it is, if you were at a club.
How did he get there? We don't know. Did he drive there? At least he stopped.
Something.
Whatever. Yeah. But shouldn't have been driving drunk if that's what it was.
If that's what it was. I don't
but
they didn't
once
say
again,
exactly
that isn't
what
a death sentence though.
Exactly. But but my friend was like,
so wait, so they pulled him out the car.
So they pulled him out the car. From the video that I was watching, like I said, the stuff is gonna start coming out. So I just wanted to, I'm just saying what I saw today.
As of now,
as of right this second, he was out of the car and he was struggling with police.
Yeah, I seen that. They tried to tase him.
They tried to tase him.
He's swinging on him.
My man's went like this. He took the taser and he ran away. When he was running away, the police trying to run after him.
Yeah, and I saw
they
that.
They couldn't catch, so they shot him. He was alive when the ambulance took him away. They said, this is what they said, that he died during surgery at the hospital. Okay?
They always say that.
I know. My friend said he shouldn't have been fighting the police. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. No, probably not. You know what I'm saying? With the climate that we're at today, probably not. But again, they know that he is not in his right mind.
Exactly.
He's not sober. All right. So they're wrestling with him on the floor. He's doing what any human would do when they're attacked, police or not.
Yeah.
He's fighting back. Because I don't know if you would let people jump you. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I'm just saying.
Nah. Maybe realizing the climate, he was like, oh no, I'm dying today.
Yeah.
So I gotta fight.
Yep.
And not thinking this might be a bad move.
I can't go out like this. I can't go out,
Yeah. And that's crazy that you gotta think like that. That you gotta be like, look.
Do you have to think like that though?
I don't.
Do most, I mean, we've had a lot of, more, we had Hispanic, Latino, whatever, related shootings, police. But do we
no. And this is, I try to explain to somebody that I work with that, I was like, listen, if you are not black, I don't care what it is, right? You could be a dark Dominican, dark Puerto Rican, to a cop, you're just black. So, unless you are dark, right, skinned, you don't understand. You never will understand what it is like to be them.
Exactly.
And I talk shit. Yeah. Like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. They shouldn't, why they shoot him? Like, right? Because I'm angry.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know. And I will never know what it's like
to be black in America.
I don't know.
A black man or a black woman.
In the world.
No.
You're probably not safe in Paris. A black dude in Paris probably ain't safe.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why they're protesting over there too, because they see what's going on here, but it's going on over there in Germany as well as going on. I
don't get that level from police, right? But I have friends that are cops, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is my thing. I always thought in my head, I will never win an argument on the street with a cop. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
My point is survive, get out, and if you really want to, then you file. What do the complaints do? Nothing. It might not, but you got a chance.
You have to go by the book.
Yeah, and because I'm not gonna win.
No,
on the street.
Nope.
I'm not.
No.
And I might not win in court, but at least I have an option to fight now.
Yeah.
Now it's like, do I have lawyer money? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Let's see how hard we want to fight to see if we have lawyer money, because we could find it.
Exactly. So I don't that level. So I do listen, bro. Keys out, put it on the thing. I got tints. Roll my windows down, 10 and 2. License. It's over here. Can I get it? And he's like, yeah. I'm gonna move my right hand and get it. Like, I gotta go through this whole thing, which I get it because they're on edge. My friend is a cop.
Yeah.
He's like, every time, and he's black. Which I want him to come here, but that's on him.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think, you know what I mean?
Only because the climate, like I said, the climate right now.
No, I want him to explain his side and give him because I want to have people who I agree with, disagree. I don't care. I'll interview a racist. I don't even care. I don't know how it'll end, how he walking out, but you know what I mean? But I want to talk to him. I want to be like, bro, you dead ass? You really think this? Really?
I think having people who are on opposite sides of, or even somebody who is Blue Lives Matter.
That's what I told him. That's what this I don't think he ain't on Blue Lives Matter, my boy at work. He's just certain things, and it's like but the cool thing about him is he'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. Or on the points that he wants to stick with, he sticks with. And the points that he's like, So that's what I'm saying. Let's be open to a debate, a discussion, agree to disagree civilly. We don't have to be all calling each other names. You know what I mean?
I told my homeboy who hit me up today, I will not agree to disagree with you because I do not agree with anything that you are saying right now. I'm to that point. I am not going to agree
Just be like,
to
whatever.
disagree.
Yeah.
We will cut this conversation. That's what we will cut this conversation. I'm done. That's what I'm doing now. I'm tired of making people comfortable.
Yeah.
I am at my end with making people comfortable. I'm a fighter. I've become a fighter. A fighter. That first protest that I went to, I believe it was the Newark one. I didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know. I saw the thing about it. I'm like, do I go to Newark? Do I not go to Newark? Do I go to Newark? It's Newark, bro.
Yeah.
University Heights, so it's not as bad. But I was like, let me I said, let me go swing by. That's what I said. Let me go swing by. I brought my daughter with me.
Yeah.
Let me go swing by.
That was today?
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I said, let me go swing by. I swung by. I saw people. I saw pride of people. I saw all colors. It wasn't a lot of people. It was still early. I went mad early.
Yeah.
But I saw them yelling, Black Lives Matter, horns honking, police reform. Whoa. Okay, let me park. Let me get a closer look. I got there. No justice, no peace. No racist police. We were chanting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One dude, he tried to say all lives matter. Black dude, you know, he was just trying to, all lives matter.
I hate that
Black
argument.
lives matter.
I hate that argument. I hate all lives matter, blue lives matter.
Did you see? Well, first of all, Blue Lives Matter doesn't exist.
It ain't, because it's not a life. It's a it's a choice.
Job.
You know what I mean? You don't wake up
blue.
Yeah. You chose to be a cop.
You could choose
they
not
wake
to
up
be
black.
a cop. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're black when they sleep. They're black when they drive. They're black when they jog. They're black. They're black when they're sleeping. Breonna Taylor,
all the time.
She was black.
Yep.
Sleeping. Okay. So
Joe Biden said a black dude said all lives matter.
He said all. Well, he was trying to get the people, and I guess because he's trying to make the white people comfortable, he screamed all lives matter. Well, he was the one screaming the chants before.
So he was part.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he just walked by and said something.
He was in there. He was getting us to chant, and he said all lives matter. I guess there was a lot of white people there, Asians, Indians. He was just trying to get them, all lives matter. And then we looked at him. We were like, Black Lives Matter, like Black Lives Matter right now.
Yep.
And if you don't see that Black Lives Matter, because we're on a scale right here, mind you. After over 400 years of slavery and segregation, in 1954, segregation became illegal, and now it was integration. And still people from 1954 who were kids had to come to deal with that.
Yeah.
And they weren't liking it. So now we're going back. It's 2020. How many years ago? A little over 60 years ago is when integration happened. So you have,
Which 60 years is nothing.
My mom's 62.
That's crazy.
Okay.
60 years ago. Think about it. That was
my
right
dad's
there.
67. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of our grandparents are 70, 80. So they were here. They were with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean.
They, you see the pictures with the signs, no Porto, like Puerto
and
Ricans.
Yep, I've seen it with the little, and then the woman holding her daughter.
Yep. Oh. So, but you have the base, right? You have the base where the Constitution was written for white people, not for slaves. So you have, so then this is the colonizers are here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Japanese, Asian, Puerto Ricans, all that. And then Black lives are here.
I know.
So now we're slowly climbing, but Black lives are here, right?
They stood there.
Yeah. They're here because they never got a chance.
I know.
Between, like you said, between the redlining and the mass incarceration,
everything,
drug on
everything.
war on drugs and all. Yeah.
So crazy.
They're
and how
here.
people don't see that's crazy to me.
No. Ever seen the meme that, you know, the black woman and the white man are racing, and then the white man has no obstacles and the black woman has all these obstacles?
Yep.
And said, we're running the same race. Nah, dude.
No, you're not.
So until Black Lives Matter, all lives don't matter.
Yeah.
Because we're missing some of the lives.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And the argument of all lives matter is where, like, when people say Black Lives Matter, we're not saying that they should matter more.
Mm-mm.
We're not saying that your life matters less.
Nope.
I'm saying Black Lives Matter because they don't matter. Like in society.
Yeah.
Like, and that can no longer be. And it's crazy because in my head, I'm like, we're all humans.
Yeah.
But in my head, I don't see race. Like, come on, man. I said something on a post. I was like, I'm afraid like you're afraid. I'm brave like you're brave. I don't care. You know what I mean? I laugh like you laugh. Mm-hmm. So I don't care if you ride dirt bikes and have bonfires and drive a pickup truck and I'm out here listening to hip hop. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, we are humans.
Yep.
But they don't see that.
No,
and it's taught.
About
it's
to say,
taught.
a lot
I don't
of
think
people,
you're born racist. That's taught.
It is. It is what you're used to. That's the thing. It's what you're used to. If you're used to seeing a black person and your parents, your aunts, your thing are saying, "Oh, he's black," you know, or whatever.
Yep.
Oh,
and Spanish people do that too. El gringuito mío.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
I'm
oh, my little white boy, and you're like, and I heard it, and it wasn't until I was there's a political station, 99.5. Mm-hmm. You know that station?
Mm-hmm, I know that station.
I love that shit. Right? On Fridays, I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. But he was saying, like, we're even racist within ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like, even as Puerto Ricans, where you're like, oh, look at that dark. Or, oh, he got good hair. Or, like the normal things that every race, even black people have that. Mm-hmm. Oh, she got good hair.
Yeah.
Or, like, oh, look, light skin.
Yep.
Or whatever. And it's like, that was taught.
My family member, I'm not going to say which one, but my family member growing up in high school, mind you, I have a preference of, you know, I've dated black men.
Yeah.
I dated Dominican men in high school because a family member when I was younger was like, always like, oh, you got to date a Puerto Rican. You got to date a Puerto. The closest I'm getting to Puerto Rican is a dark Dominican.
Yeah.
Okay. So I dated a dark Dominican. And then I said, whatever. And I started dating black men. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's not a fetish.
Yeah.
I feel
that's what you're attracted to.
Yeah, but it's more than attraction. I like hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of the stuff that, you know,
that culture. Yeah.
You know, a lot of Puerto Rican men, you know, it's different. Especially me myself growing up, my Spanish is atrocious.
Yeah, mine too. So bad. My Spanish is so bad.
Atrocious.
Oh.
So when I would try to date somebody who did speak Spanish, I was
like primarily Spanish. Yeah.
I was very, you know, intimidated.
Yeah.
So
this ain't gonna work. We gotta do this every day.
I know. I do it every day at work anyway because I work with bilingual.
Yeah, but that's like,
it's different.
I mean,
it's
there
work.
you're like whatever. But if you're like, I have to love this person, man. I don't even.
Yo, and I just didn't. And then you know, I like my Spanish music to dance to, but I'm not one to sit.
I don't like Spanish.
No,
I can't do it. I feel like I don't want to throw around PTSD like it's something like, but I feel like I got PTSD from going to like Spanish parties in high school because I'm hip hop. I'm a b-boy. I breakdance.
Yo,
so I'm in there and I'm like, I would get like anxiety, and I'm like, oh,
and we were
get
forced,
me out of here, man.
And then we were forced to dance, you know, Yo,
all that bachata. Oh man, it was too much. I can't even to this day. I hear a song coming by with reggaeton, and I'm like, I'll be up and drop fast, bro, because you're killing me right now.
Sometimes because of the beat, I'm just like, all right, cool. This is pretty cool. But I'm not I won't sit there. It won't be my primary thing on my radio.
Nah, I can listen to like Hector Lavoe, Mark Anthony, something like that, every now and then.
Yeah, those are soulful.
Yeah.
Almost
a little. Hector Lavoe was almost a little like militant underground.
Right?
Like he had his mainstream music.
Yeah.
And then he would go to a club in New York, underground club with dope singers for free. He just probably sold out the Garden or whatever.
Yeah.
The next night he's in this little underground club singing, but he's doing songs that the label wasn't allowing him to put out because they were like, nah, don't bring that Campo shit over here. You know what I mean? We gotta get up. And he's up. What's it? Juanito Alimaña. That if you listen to that song, you're like, oh shit. I think that was Hector Lavoe, right?
I think so.
I think so. But you listen to that song, you're like, that's a hood song.
Yeah.
Talking about a dude robbing people.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. He couldn't talk about that.
Sing that on the label. No way.
But I won't sit there and listen to salsa music, old school, like you said, La India, stuff that I grew up on because it's nostalgic for me. That's what it is, nostalgic.
Yeah. But yeah, so all right, so the culture, the hip hop, you love hip hop.
Yep. My Spanish speaking skills.
Yeah.
But there's also I like. It's mostly just the way, I don't know, the way that some it's all men, can carry themselves a certain way, but there's just something about, a black man that does, that I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't discriminate though. If you're a good man, you're a good man. Doesn't matter what race you are. But that was my preference, and that's been my preference.
Which is cool. Like, you know what I mean?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But all right, so where are we going with this?
Yeah, so all right.
I'm like,
we're going everywhere, right? But now.
Oh, yesterday. The message I had received today.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Atlanta, dude was on the floor with a police officer fighting. And then they tried to tase him. And then he took one of the tasers. And then all of a sudden, my friend said he's armed now. I said, with a what is it?
Less lethal.
Or not lethal.
Well,
yeah.
They call it not lethal, but it should be
non-lethal,
less lethal.
It should be less. But like, I mean, but
how about that dude they tased and caught a heart attack?
Yeah, that's
People
different.
Get tased and they fall off a porch or a balcony or something.
That's
like, so it's less
so it's
lethal,
a less lethal weapon.
They call it non-lethal. Stupid.
Yeah, but it's a less.
He ain't armed. He's kind of armed, but he's running away. So
yeah, how armed is he? If it's basically like a kid who ran and took a cookie and ran away.
Yeah.
Or when you're an older teenager in the house and your mom tries to whoop you with the belt, you grab the belt and you run.
Word.
under the bed in the middle where she can't catch you.
Ass when she catches you, even worse now. But
still,
that's instinct. Even as a kid, you're like, let me get that belt. I'm out of here.
But that's what happened, and these cops couldn't. Now I'm gonna tell you, this is why defunding the police is so necessary. Reallocating for training, I agree with that. The training they should get, mind you, I said I was going to go back to the school for disabled kids that I worked at.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to de-escalate my autistic kid when he was having a fit. And mind you, one of my kids had such a fit. I was in the wrong spot one day, and he was in a chair, but somehow he got a hold of my arm and bit the shit out of my arm. But you know how much I love that boy? He was just we rocked on a level that nobody was able to nobody was really on that level. You know what I'm saying? He was cool, but he had issues.
Yeah.
So I had to learn. Well, he had a bunch of different issues. It had
autistic and
neurological issues that stuff didn't connect.
Okay.
And he would get mad. He didn't know his strength. We knew his strength. He could flip all this shit right quick.
Yeah.
With no problem. No problem whatsoever. He will tear this room apart. And he had done that. So with him, I would have to be careful. But with him, I would have to just sit there. Right. This is stuff that I learned on the job. I trained for this. You know how many workshops we had,
like courses and all that.
But not like college courses. These are on the job workshops that we had.
Somebody would come in and teach it.
Somebody would come in and teach it, but those were just hey, you should do this, you should do that. My training came from
being there,
from on the job, hands on.
So you had to learn how to de-escalate him that's every situation you learned how to do it.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
What worked? Okay, one time I gave him a notebook. He threw it. Okay, so the notebook doesn't work. But I waited it out. Yeah. Sometimes I had to wait it out. I'd be like, yo, you good? And then he'll say, juice or something like that, Yeah. He was a big dude though. Like he in his chair, he was big. And then I had another student who he was taller than I. Mm. He was stronger than I. He was severely autistic. Mm. I had to learn how to do takedown moves. Bro, what? I had to learn how to do takedown moves for him. Okay? For him and my other student. I had to learn takedown because they would run, they would try to hurt themselves, I know they're mentally unstable, you know what I'm saying? But I had to and I learned. See,
sometimes you got to save them from them.
Yeah.
And if it's that big, you're like, ooh, this I got to figure out a way.
One day he bit another coworker of mine. I had to get him in a hold and pin him against the wall with all my weight. He weighed more than me. Okay?
Yeah.
So I had to pin him on the wall with all my weight, and I had to wait it out. I didn't slam him to the floor. I didn't punch him in the face. I didn't beat him. I didn't kick him. I didn't do any of that shit.
Yep.
He was an unarmed autistic kid.
Yeah. But you know what, though? This is what I'm with you on that, right? But it's when it comes to the police, right? When they're so blatantly wrong, where you're like, bro, what's his name from? God forbid me. There's so many names that I can't remember.
Bro, if you saw
the names that I gotta like,
if you saw some of the posters,
you see the list is, and that's recent, right? But he got shot in the back running. I think it was North Carolina, wasn't it? Or Charleston,
George.
I need that Google guy, man. I need to hire somebody.
Oh,
I'm gonna get him.
I'm gonna do this right now.
Oh, right. But then they shot him in the back over a taillight, and then if you catch him, he grabs the taser from over there, walks over and drops the taser next to him. Like, yo, Walter Scott. If that isn't fucking crazy,
yeah.
And they're like,
it happens.
It happens. But and then there's also that line. Let's say a good cop. It is a crazy job.
Because we have a lot of good cops. We do.
We do, but they don't speak up. If you don't speak up, that's the problem. And I said it last time, and I'll keep saying this. You want us to snitch, but you don't snitch.
Yeah. That blue code.
Thin blue line.
line.
Yeah, the blue shield or the blue wall of silence or whatever.
Whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't work because now, like I said, look what is happening now. Now you have an uprising. If the cops didn't take that oath, and recently today I saw that one of the protests, this cop kneeled with the people, and then that was like last week or something like that. Today he apologized to his people.
To the cops, like, oh,
saying,
my bad.
I'm sorry, I should have never done that. No, you're not working for them. They're your coworkers, but you're not working for them. You're working for the people, man. Yeah. You almost had us. You almost had
so
us.
Close. Oh, yeah, I know. But it's such a crazy job, right? That it's like, I don't want to be so to one side of it that like I don't even think like you just don't beat people up. That's an obvious.
Yeah.
Right? But there's that thin line where, oh, that was a bad word to use, thin line. But there is a thin line between, am I going home today or not?
Yeah.
As a cop.
And
you're like, because you really don't know. No. It has nothing to do with race. You could be walking up to give this guy a ticket, and he could just be tinted windows.
Yeah.
Like that.
Waiting.
You do not even know. So they're already like, oh, shit. Oh, that's why I roll my windows down.
Yeah.
Because then, as soon as I roll down my windows and take my keys out, when that cop walks up,
he's all
like,
that.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm like, we're cool here, right?
Yo, I get it. I get it from the police perspective. I understand that they're afraid. But if you're that scared of being a cop, if you're always that, what if I don't come? That's a job, yo.
Yeah, but you could, yeah, but if the day that you're not, though, is the day that probably something happens to you. Like, my boy was writing a ticket.
That's if you manifest it, yeah, of course.
Right? He wrote somebody a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody does something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He goes around. He leaves dude. He was a dude that could get his ticket and dip off.
Yeah.
So he pulls somebody else over, did something crazy. As he gets his info, as he's coming, this guy that he just gave a ticket to is now on the side of his car. Like, oh, I got a question. Like, can I ask, like, something about
the ticket? Yeah.
Yeah, like something about the ticket. But my boy was like, oh. And he was like, yo, Styles, I slipped. He's like, yo. But see, he got in that. Well, you need that little bit of, who's about to be real today? I hope not, but you know what I mean? So there is that level. There's always going to be that level. The thing is, knowing that level's there, cool. Know that, right? But you have to accept that risk.
Yeah.
And not put that tension to somebody else. Yeah. Like you said, if you can't deal with it, don't be a cop.
And it all depends on how you approach a situation. I got stopped once. You
only got stopped once?
Well, I got stopped
your whole
once
life?
in let's say a total of 3 times. My first time was my registration because I was like 19 and I had no clue because nobody taught me about going to renew my registration or any stupid shit like that because nobody taught me that.
Word. We could all even on school and on what they teach us, bro.
2 was I was with my boy, right? My boy Joe. My I call him my brother because we're in the same fight. He's down in Georgia fighting that same fight. He
That's gotta be crazy down there,
bro. He's doing it. He's doing his thing down there too. Big Puerto Rican dude, you know. Was
that the one? I think I seen it. I think he shared his live and he was talking something about he was in the car, right?
I don't know.
He's older, right?
No.
Oh no, it's somebody else. No. Maybe it wasn't you.
No. This Joey's younger than I. He was a bat boy for my younger brother's baseball team back in the day. This is how young he is. But
yeah, you were with him. You got pulled over.
So Seaside Heights. We're going to my friend. But we weren't in Seaside Heights. We were in Tom's River, I think. That's where my one of my best friends lives out there. We were going to his house to go on a boat and have a great time. So all these cars are going on the shoulder. Now, like I said, I'm a firefighter's daughter. I'm trying to abide by the rules because that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I wait and then I go to the off to the turn off because it's a jug handle. You know Jersey.
Yeah.
It's a jug
Ridiculous.
handle.
I gotta make a right to make a left.
Bro.
What are we doing here?
Avoiding accidents, I guess. I guess
because you go to Miami.
That's the only thing I could think of.
You telling me I could bang a left on this crazy highway right here?
Right?
You're like, yo, they're doing 75 out here, bro. They're wilding.
Yo, yeah. I have never driven out there, so I'm good. But
you take the jug handle.
So we take the jug handle. Joey has a do-rag on. You know what I'm saying? He big, tank top, whatever. He hairy, you know. And I'm here. My hair is back. White T-shirt, jeans, ready to get on the boat. So cop pulls us over.
I'm on a boat.
Cop pulls us over. I said, what did I do? He goes, you were in the shoulder. I said, no, I made sure I wasn't in the shoulder. It was the 10 cars before me. No, I saw you in the shoulder. I'm like, mind you, I'm sorry. It was 4th of July weekend, I think it was, you know.
It gets crazy over there.
But I was the one following the rules. So he said something. So he gave me a ticket because, you know, they need their quota filled.
Yep.
And he said something slick to the effect of don't something again, whatever. I don't know what but it was, I turned my head. I was like, excuse me? He was like, no, have a nice day. Like he ran off real quick. Did I get pulled over because I broke the rules or did I get pulled over for my passenger who looked like, you know,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever that's the second time.
Look is. Like,
whatever that look is. Right? Whatever like you see.
Whatever you see.
Because I don't see it. That's my brother right there.
Yeah.
So then the third time I got pulled over was maybe 2 years ago. And that was because on the bridge, South Amboy Bridge by the movie theater.
Yep.
On the bridge, you can go 50. Right before the bridge, you go 40. Hello.
Then it stops like 25.
Bruh.
You're in here like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I was going 50 in the 40, okay? Because I knew eventually I was supposed to do 50. Whatever. It was that night. Cop pulled me over, right? So I pulled over. This is how I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? Just some chill shit. He comes to my side very respectfully though. He was he wasn't a police officer. It was like he was an officer, but he was I think he was a little bit of a higher rank. I don't know.
Yeah, like a sergeant or something.
Yeah, he looked
whatever their ranks are. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked different. He was like, "Hey, just letting you know, I pulled you over because you were doing 50." I was like, "Is it not 50?" He was like, excuse me. He was like, no, it's 40 back there. It's 50 on the bridge. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He was like, can I have your stuff? I was like, yeah, here. And I was like, I didn't realize it. He was like, well, I'm not going to give you a speeding ticket because blah, blah, blah. He was like, but I'll give you a ticket for the thing in your mirror. You know how they do.
Oh, yeah, the hanging from the obstruction of view?
I think I had a chain. I had like a chain.
You're like,
oh, whatever. It was what it is.
My eye?
Whatever. I'm good. But the whole reason, for that, the cop came up. I was on this side. He came to the back. I had lowered the windows.
Yeah.
He came to the back. He was like, hey, how you doing? Bro, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're like, good, I guess. As good as I can be.
Yeah, but he didn't say you were speeding.
Give me a
license registration.
Yeah, those are the worst.
But I'm saying, the tone that you take from the beginning as a police officer, I understand your job's hard. I really do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you stop somebody, when you're approaching somebody, when you're something, your tone can make or break the situation, bro.
Yep. And like I said, when I mean like that part of fear, like they could have that fear, but like you said, when you come up, don't put that fear on me.
Bro.
Just like you said, it's your tone. Once you come to the whip and you realize it's cool, calm down, bro.
You come in, mind you get pulled over. Oh. You're already hyped because you're pulled over.
Yeah.
You're pulled over.
And I'm like, oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't
move.
You don't know what you're like, shit, what did I do? If you didn't know if you were speeding,
you were like,
what did I do? Or these motherfucking you don't. So when a cop comes in, license registration, or you were the Sandra Bland, right? Cop comes, she's mad.
Crazy.
She's mad. She's mad. You see, she's mad.
Yeah, hell
he pulled her over for a busted taillight or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Bro, she was mad. She was mad. So what are you gonna do? You gonna poke the bear, man? You're the professional. The police, that's what I was trying to tell my friend. Police are supposed to be the professionals.
Exactly.
We are civilians. We are human civilians who are just doing what we do, living life every day. You are on the job. If you expect me, I'm a paraprofessional in the classroom. If you expect me to, be a professional employee of yours, not curse, not wild out, or egg a kid on or anything like that. I expect every professional who is dealing with anybody, especially if you're dealing with people.
And they signed up for this. This is the job.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not trying to bank on police officers. You know what I'm saying? I do have a level of respect.
No, but I get what you're saying. You signed up for this. Yeah. Why are you egging shit on? You're the professional. You should be like, listen, I know this isn't personal. She's not having a good day.
Yeah.
Let me just, all right.
But in that situation, I think the officer was out for something. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. These officers who are stopping these black people and killing them, what is their motive from the beginning? What is their motive? Ahmaud Arbery, ex-police officer, saw him in the neighborhood. This is what I've been reading. Saw him in the neighborhood. Didn't like that he was in the neighborhood at all. Try to have an excuse and a reason to do it. Do you know when he was standing over his body, he said, "You effing nigger." Okay? Excuse me for you dropping the N-bomb, but that's exactly the quotations what he said. This fucking nigger. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So
you know where his heart was, like where that guy was.
He was like, I got him. He went hunting. Breonna Taylor, what happened there? What? Okay, my conspiracy theory started coming out on this one. I gotta tell you.
Yeah,
that.
I talked about that with T.
Yeah, I missed that part.
I read an article, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where, like I said, it's the internet.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. Who knows? I could be wrong.
But but with the internet, the different points of views that you read, you start putting shit together.
Yeah, I look at both sides. This is another thing. I hate. Well, hate's a strong word. I dislike, and I don't understand how someone can't see the other side of an argument. And right? I don't say you have to believe in it. Mm-hmm. Believe in what you believe in, but you have to acknowledge the other side
and try to see it. When they said walk a mile in someone else's shoes.
Yeah,
that's what
try to see it that side, and then come back to your
conclusion. Who cares? Whatever. But you tried.
Can't just shut one thing down and just be like, no, it's my thing. I don't want to see anything. This is how.
You try.
Well,
you're like,
talk to you then.
Yeah, exactly. If you're so closed about what I'm trying to tell you, then I have no use to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, then what's homie, the point? What are we doing here?
My homie today, he just kept on, and he was like, "Yeah, but he was armed. Yeah, he could. I'm not saying he should have been shot.
Some people just love to argue, though. Bro, you know what I mean?
It got to the point where I was using all caps. I don't use all caps. I'm too nice to use all caps. I was using all caps.
All caps. Exclamation points.
Exclamation points.
All run-on sentences.
One cap, rest lowercase, one whole cap. I let him get at me, and I let him get to me, and usually I'm just like, whatever. But this is from somebody who I didn't expect it from. And not that he has to be on my side. Like you said, you have your own views. But what I was trying to do was show you the point
other side.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to you why yesterday's situation in Atlanta with the guy in Wendy's getting shot as he was running away with a taser. I was trying to show you that didn't have to escalate that high. That's why the mental health is, because imagine they get a call. Yo, somebody's sleeping. All right, cool. Let's do sobriety. All right, he failed the sobriety. All right. What are we going to do now? All right, let's call in an expert. We are not experts in dealing with, inebriated people. We deal with inebriated people in the subway, but we should not deal because they're going to get us mad because they're not going to listen to they're going to be combative. Yep. Let us get our expert out here.
Mm-hmm. And he could be armed too. Arm him.
Bro, yeah.
Arm him too. You know what I mean? But at least he knows he's not going there with the same thought as that cop is. He's like, look, I got it from here, bro.
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
Look at defunding the police. I go back to that. Mental health, education, housing.
Training. And also training. It's just too easy. It is too easy to be a cop.
My friend said it today. She was like, people have to go to barber school longer than they have to be a cop. That's what she said. I was like, damn.
You think about it. Think about it. Like, it's crazy. It took me, 2 years to get my culinary arts degree.
Oh, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
To learn how to cook. Bro. And this guy's out here with a gun on him and he just does the 6 months or whatever.
Bro, I'm still working on a degree. I'm still working on my associate's degree. I'm a paraprofessional by taking the Parapro. I'm waiting to get my 60 credits because I still have to go to school. It takes a long time when you have kids and no money, when you don't have money and scholarships and all, grants. I finally got my stuff together. I'm going back to school. I've been going back to school for the past, year or whatever. And I have another year to get my associate's degree. You know what I'm saying? But I have to go. Time. Yeah, I have to go through all this so I can call myself a true paraprofessional, not even a teacher. Do you know how much more schooling I have to be a teacher? Do you know the goals that I have? How much school I have to? So then that's another. I want to say 3 years of school. You know what I'm saying? Listen, as long as they offer me grants, I will be going to school. I want to do that. Eventually, I want to go higher up because one day somebody said, "Oh, you're just a paraprofessional." When I heard that word, let me tell you.
Word?
I said one day maybe I want to be a superintendent. We'll see how that goes. But this is my goal but if I have to go through all this school and I have to go through all this training, de-escalation and everything, guess what? The police officers do too.
They need to do it.
They have to do it. Yo, bro, that remember, did you see the story of the autistic kid who got outside and whatever and his social worker was on the floor and
with the fire truck and he was like, "Yo, chill, he's good. I got it." That shit got me so mad.
When the social thank God he survived. When the social worker says he is my client, I got it. When he said I got it, guess what? Those police officers should have holstered their weapons, got in their cars. One should have stayed just to make sure everything was cool and be gone.
Yeah.
Because those are the students that I've worked with too, who they don't mean any. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Dude in Perth Amboy, the one that they killed on Hall Avenue? Bro, come get a professional. Yeah. You don't have a professional, get a family member. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the kid. Don't shout commands at not kid, man. Don't shout. You cannot. I'm gonna tell you, it's a person with mental issues. They have mental issues. They're diagnosed for a reason. That means that you can't shout commands at them and they understand. That's why, a lot of moms have started sending their kids, if they're walking to and from school, shirts that says, I am autistic. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case they get pulled over or stopped or whatever. Not pulled over, like stopped.
And they don't even kids with Asperger's, which is the highest
on the spectrum that you can get,
on the spectrum. Yeah, that they can look like, and act like, but then they still have
like Rain Man almost, like
something like that. Yeah,
I don't want to say functional, not functional. I don't know if that's like a disrespectful word.
No, it's fine. High functioning. Yeah, you got a high fun, but if that
they just got weird takes. Some don't like loud music, anything loud.
So if they don't like anything loud, and the officer said get down, they're gonna stop.
Yeah,
and like
what?
Whatever their coping mechanism is. Yep. So if they don't listen, what happens? They get shot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro. That's what I mean. They don't train that either.
No.
Like, I don't know if they do. I doubt it. Maybe now, or maybe not. But I don't know if they're like, listen. There are people walking around with mental health issues. And when you stop them, you need to assess and be like,
yo,
you think?
Talk
to this dude real quick.
Like,
yo, but he ain't really
there.
He ain't responded to me. Like, I don't know if he is or isn't, but let me just see.
Let's just have a conversation.
Yeah, or handle it and then be like, whatever.
Yeah.
But don't be like, he wasn't listening to me.
Yeah.
Bro, he can't. He's not on the same.
Did you hear about the guy
let's go to my bad to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Let's back to Breonna Taylor. I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on, right?
Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on. Supposedly, her ex was already the person they were looking for was already arrested, which was her ex. Mm-hmm. They had already arrested him at his house, but he was sending packages to her house. Where her and her man lived. I guess the new man was cool with it. Like, whatever, you're not coming over here. You ordered a TV, you at work.
Yeah.
You got nobody to sign for it. And my girl's like, oh, do you mind if I'm gonna be like, what? Tell him to ship that to someone else. Right? But maybe he was like, yeah, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't do more research as far as what was in the packages. But supposedly the guy was a drug dealer.
Where did you read this at?
Online, I forgot the article. Was it not The Guardian? I don't know. I forgot what site it was.
Because I have yet to see that information.
When we're done with this, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna show you.
Because so I now, have yet for
if that is a thing,
you
don't know what was inside the package.
Yeah, but they didn't. But they looked in the house and there was nothing in there. There was no drugs, no nothing.
That's what I mean. The issue with that was if the guy that got arrested was a drug dealer, right, and he was sending packages to her crib, get a warrant. But the problem here is the no-knock warrant.
Yeah.
I understand you trying to get the drop, but you got the main culprit.
That's the thing. They weren't looking for anybody else. They were just looking for him. They were looking for the guy
that they already arrested.
They didn't need anything else because they got the guy.
Yeah, but if you're sending packages...
They didn't need anything else because they got the guy.
Yeah, but if you're part of the ring, like let's say there's a big ring here.
Yeah.
If I know that you're doing something crazy, right? And as a cop, I got to go and you're dealing with them too, I'm going over there as well when I get you.
No. Well, yeah, I see.
Because you could be selling drugs too.
I see that point, but that could have been saved for a later date. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to go down. It didn't have the no knock is ridiculous.
That's what they
wrote that out already.
I think if that story, let's say that it is true that he was sending packages over there.
Yeah.
You know what? Go over there and check it out. But the fact that you did a no knock, that's the part I have a problem with.
Why did they shoot?
Because he shot first. The guy inside, the new boyfriend, he shot because he's sitting in the crib with wifey.
Yeah.
boom, in a legal.
She was sleeping. I know she was sleeping.
But yeah, my wife's sleeping or my girl's sleeping. I'm in the crib with my ratty, legal. I'm in my crib watching TV.
They didn't announce
boom,
themselves.
You're like, oh.
They didn't announce themselves and they were plain clothes.
So he popped.
And they popped.
Like a normal person would pop, and they pop
because,
back.
Second
So
Amendment.
that's the whole thing. I don't think them going there. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean when people are like, they got the wrong house. It's like, ooh,
but what
let's
happened?
wait. Let's hold on.
More information.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
And then
I have yet to read that. You got to send it.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it when we're done. But like that, I don't have an issue with him going there because maybe she was part of the drug ring or she wasn't. But you know how you find out? It can't wait though. It has to be now. Because if she is part of the drug ring, soon word on the street is that her ex got locked up. Everything gets flushed, and so you can't give somebody the drop. Don't give them that much of a drop. But you over here,
busting
you were
shots.
so afraid that you just did a no-knock warrant. Like, come on, right? So I feel like them going over there, if he was sending packages over there, and they want to investigate the packages, I'm cool with them going over there. But yo, my man, yo, this is Perdambour police.
Yeah.
Search warrant, we're coming in. And then at least announce yourself so the guy inside is like, Perdambour police, search warrant. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Instead of just watching TV, door busting, and now you're like, what?
Yeah. Protecting your home.
And of course they let him go.
Of course.
They arrested him and let him go.
Wait, who? The guy?
Yeah, they let him go. They arrested him and let him go.
They weren't gonna let him go. They let him go because Sean King and the Grassroots, they fought for him.
Because you're right.
If they didn't, listen, people talk bad about Sean King. Why? Because other people are trying to diminish who he is, and they're trying to make him look bad, right? I had one of my girlfriends, love her to death, but one of my girlfriends was like, you shouldn't post anything about Sean King because he is a shyster. He is a whatever word you use for, people, dishonest people.
Okay.
Sean King put out all this information to shut everybody down. I'm going to let you know, Sean King is a spectacular person in his role in all of this, because he's the one with Lee, the attorney, and Grassroots. He's the one who pushes for stuff to happen. He sparks, he lights the fire, and then everybody just okay, blah. That's why a lot of Sean King stuff I go for, but I haven't heard anything about that part from his camp yet.
About the packages.
Yeah, I could be true. I don't doubt that, because to go over there, it was weird that they went over there.
Yeah, like you're like, what's your conspiracy on it?
Oh no, that I thought that she had some information about something that they were looking for her. I think it was a hit of some sort. That's just, this is not reading, but yours, it sounds more logical. Mine is
she was a nurse. Maybe she was out here being like,
EMT.
Corona this, Corona that.
She was EMT.
Oh,
so imagine, she was EMT. She was going to school for nurse. No.
Oh, she's EMT. Oh.
So can you imagine the stuff she knows of between EMT? I'm just saying, and not just EMTs, firefighters, and police officers know so much about each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's like gangs. They're like different sets.
Yeah,
you're like,
man.
yo, look at that guy over there,
bro.
We ain't down with the police, and the police like, look at these EMTs.
But I know,
and
right?
Firefighters like, y'all both crazy. I run up and burn the buildings. I don't know what y'all talking about,
bro. But this is but stuff. Now we have the three. We had Ahmaud, Breonna, and our catalyst
George Floyd. Yeah.
Right. George Floyd. Now we have become a united front. White people, Latinos, Asians, Indians. We've all.
The Amish came out.
Mennonites. They were Mennonites, not Amish.
Oh, they're Mennonites.
But they came out, bro.
They came out.
The witches.
I'm like,
the Brujas came out.
I'm like, yo, how they find out? That's crazy.
They came out, but they came out because here you have a video. And you see the video. By the way, did you catch Dave Chappelle?
8:46. I posted that the second I saw that in the morning before work. That whole day, I was like, he's the GOAT.
Oh.
He's the GOAT.
Major, all caps. All
caps. He's the GOAT. This is going to...
All caps.
When history gets told about stand-up comedy, there's going to be levels that they're going to be like, he was one of the funniest guys ever. But you know what else? He's going to stand next to Muhammad Ali, Kaepernick, the Olympics, Dave Chappelle.
Revolutionary. Like he when I saw it on Cassandra's page.
Cassandra, okay. Yeah.
She posted it, right? And I was like, yo, so crazy. Me and her, we vibe. So I clicked, I was like, bomb.
Word, it was bar after bar after bar.
Okay. But all that. So I say that to say, so now George Floyd, we're all united now because the video, 8 minutes 46 seconds, and a lot of people have watched it. I know some people still haven't watched it because it's really hard to watch.
Yeah.
I have to admit that I have not watched the whole time.
I didn't watch it in its entirety
because it's heartbreaking. I couldn't watch it because
I know the outcome.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, you hear them over there partying?
Huh? Oh, next door, yeah. Oh, we came by. There's a graduation party.
Oh man, yeah, but yeah, like I don't want to. I don't need. Not that I'm like, because you know what? I feel like it's like murder porn.
Right?
Like they keep just putting it and showing it, and showing it, and it's clickbaity.
Yes.
Like you want
blood
see cells.
You want to see all angles of what happened.
Blood cells.
Yeah.
Ratings and commercials and ad revenue.
See,
but I don't need to watch it.
No.
But I feel like people should.
People who don't understand should. The All Lives Matter should. You know what I'm saying? Those people, the people who think
that you do anything for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Yeah. Tell me how you feel afterwards.
The people who are like, no, he was a criminal. This chick, I don't even want to say her name. What is it? Uncle Otis from Boondocks.
Oh, you know, I never watched that. Probably seen like one episode.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I only watched like one episode.
Nah, he Uncle Ruckus. Ruckus.
Yeah.
The female version. She was like, he's a criminal. He had fentanyl and methadone in his system.
Yep.
Bitch.
It's not a death sentence, man.
No, none of these are death sentences.
None of these. Even if, like a even if he did use the fake 20.
Which he didn't. But still, your past you don't deserve to die for it.
That was uncalled for.
So, but everybody's up in arms because there's a video.
Yeah,
because
how many videos we seen though?
No, but he didn't do, you don't see him struggling, and you saw right before that he wasn't fighting.
I get what you're saying. It was just it was like a straight up torture.
It was a murder. And everybody witnessed,
but it was torture with the outcome of murder.
But everybody saw this murder now. The white people, the All Lives Matter. Everybody saw this murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just really hope. I feel like it's different, right? Because even I was playing Call of Duty the other day. I turned it on. I'm like, Black Lives Matter in the Call of Duty game. Yep. And then I'm like, I had to buy something for the stew in Guitar Center.
Black Lives Matter.
It was Corona, Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, this is Guitar Center.
No.
Right? And I'm like, oh, this is a different level.
Do you know why? We are now on a united front. When I went to Newark to protest that one time, do you know how many people were there? I don't even know how many people were there. I had to go back and see. Yeah. When I went to that protest, and I screamed and I chanted and I yelled and it was as peaceful as it could be. And I went to every rally that I have been to. I've only been to the 4.
Yeah.
We hold the money.
That's.
And you know what? As bad as coronavirus is, and you know, God rest the souls of people who've passed that I know of, and to a dear person that I absolutely love, she passed from it. But it has corona. I don't care what they say about it being conspiracy, fake, whatever, the pandemic, whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
If this coronavirus did not happen the way it happened, when it happened, this revolution right now would not be happening, because we would be so focused on working. We would be so focused on whatever life we shopping, trips, vacations, all this. If COVID did not happen, this revolution would not be happening. Because now we are forced to sit down
and think. We have nothing else to do.
And see.
You can't run away now.
No, you can't. And you have to. It's in your face. You want to hop on. And now, because
want to turn on your TV? You want to go to the Guitar Center? You're gonna have to hold this message.
Yup. Everywhere you message.
You word. That's what I mean, yo.
But we hold the money.
Yeah.
And since all these stores have been closed because of COVID, we have to spend money soon. And with this revolution and, the black buying power, the buying power period.
Yep.
We hold the funds. The bus protest back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
3.
That wasn't even... what is her name? God forbid. I noticed.
Rosa Parks?
She wasn't even the first one.
No, they had to find somebody who was not pregnant and married. The first woman was pregnant and unmarried. She was an unwed
first
mother.
One that was like, I ain't getting out of my seat.
She was an unwed mother and did not look good. See, this is what I'm telling you. They're looking at her situation. They weren't saying that she was the first one. They had to find a model citizen to start this revolution. Not saying that Rosa Parks is not the
because she still took the heat for it.
Yeah. But she, she's a fantastic woman for being the front runner for this, But you see how they had to clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
To make it be a little more like...
Yeah. But the bus protest lasted over a year. But what happened? They got what they wanted. If we withhold our power, our money...
That's what I'm saying.
We're running shit.
All right. How do I say this? A militant or physical force is not going to work in today's world. This is 2020.
No.
We are outgunned against the army. This is how it is, right? But what we do have is, like you said, is money.
Yep.
So I tell people, if you want to change things, pay attention on where you spend that dollar. Yep. And as soon as you start spending your dollars in certain places and taking it away from other places, that thing with Kaepernick, you think them owners care? They don't care.
Still to this day,
it was just the fact of it was messing up their money. Let's say some of those owners probably are not racist.
Yeah.
Probably not. But you know what the problem was?
The fans.
The fans and it was green. This is the thing. There is real racism.
Yep.
And then there is poverty and a wealth class racism.
Yep.
Where a rich Puerto Rican will look at a broke Puerto Rican and be like, oh, you still in the hood? You're beneath me.
Yep.
Like, wait. You came from there. What do you think? Because you made it out that they're less?
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
Exactly.
You could have worked for it. Not saying you got lucky. You worked for it. Yep. But all right, relax. You're not something extra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So economic warfare.
Oh yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about these young. Which generation
I don't know.
are we?
We're on like Gen Z
or some
I don't even
shit.
know.
Young
Now they got Latino X. I don't understand what that is.
I'd rather not care.
I don't even.
Oh, Latinx.
Latinx, right?
No, Latinx.
Latinx. What is that?
That's not, because you know how you say Latino to cover everybody, like you have a group of women and men, they'd be like, yeah, they're Latinos, and the women were like, nah, we're Latina. So instead of saying Latinos, Latina, Latinx. I had to clear that up.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of One Day at a Time, so I learned a lot of things. But
the money,
taking a hold of that, and the young people know that. So after the Newark one, the protest. I went to the Metuchen one, similar to one today, but today we had speakers. The last week after the Metuchen one on Saturday, on Sunday. Now I've been trying to, let me tell you, how I end up at these places is an act of universe, manifestation.
Yeah.
That was talking to me, because I'm like, do I do it? And then something will pop up, and I'm like, I gotta do it.
I'll be there.
Yeah, if I tell you how I ended up at the Metuchen one, if we have time, that was a literal dream.
That's crazy.
So I went to the Woodbridge one because I was like, yo, Woodbridge isn't having one. I want one in Woodbridge, because Woodbridge cops are something else too. So
I can't. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I got stopped one time.
Yeah,
and we'll get into that. That was like, oh, I see it.
Yes.
I got it.
In Woodbridge?
No, Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
But I could tell you the countless of times that I got pulled over, and I don't know if it's my energy.
Yeah.
That makes the situation cool.
Yeah.
I walked away from stuff that I'm like, woo.
Yeah. Isn't that a great feeling?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, yo, the gift of gab. I'm like, yo, I got him. Like, I can't believe I'm out here. Like,
yo,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But go ahead. So you had the dream for the Metuchen one, right?
But when I okay, so I had been after the Newark one, I was like, damn, we need one for Woodbridge, because I'm in Woodbridge Township.
Yeah,
we need one for Woodbridge, yo, because these cops are a little funny. Like, I called. There was an accident in front of my house, right? So I called the cop. I was like, yo, there's an accident. I said in front of my house, but everybody's fine. And I didn't call 911. I called the police station.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an emergency, because I checked on them before I called.
Yeah. So you're like, we just need somebody
to. It was literally right in front of my house.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys okay? Yeah. Okay. Both of them Spanish. So, okay. I called. I was like, hey. He was like, and then he started asking me 1,001 questions, like with attitude. I'm like, are they didn't? No. Can you just send a cop out here? They're fine. He was like, well, I need to know if they're hurt. I said, they are fine. Can I just get a cop out here? He was like, there's one on the way. Thank you. Click. So that, whatever. So I was like, okay, we need in Woodbridge. Plus the whole thing that this dispatcher from Woodbridge, the police.
I think I heard about that. What did he do again?
He said, this kid had a sign, which I saw today too. When do I go from being cute to being a threat? And the guy wrote a message when you're about 17. Like, he was joking, but that's something like, don't do that.
Not, that's what I'm saying.
Not in this climate, not at this time.
That's a tasteless joke.
Seriously.
It's like, I understand where you're trying to go with it, but the thing is, it wasn't funny.
Nah.
If it was funny, if it was
meant as a joke.
It was not even funny.
No, because we're at a time when we can't be kikiing right now. So whatever.
But that's the thing. Comedians can't. Real comedians come from a place, not all of them. Most of them have dark past.
Yeah.
They're troubled. And this is how this is their outlet.
But he wasn't a comedian. He was just some
dispatcher. He was But young if it was funny, you'd be like, ooh, that was a good I love comedy.
Yeah.
Even some crazy jokes, I'm like inside, I'm like, damn, that's a little fucked up. But damn, that's funny.
Yeah, it is.
And you're like, you can't deny that it's funny, but then you also then you're like, yeah, but
yeah, it's still fucked up.
You're like,
but his joke
that's good writing though. Like,
right?
It's funny. Like, did you hear? Off subject. We'll get back to the Metuchen. The comedian that was like Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant died, he went on this quick Instagram, started talking crazy. He was like, "Thank God he's dead. It's 3 years too late, or something." He is a weird comedian.
Tasteless.
But I think
I might have heard something a little bit
Ari
about
Shaffir,
that.
his name was.
What is it?
He's funny. Ari Shaffir. He's a funny comedian.
Shaffir.
But it was just like...
Wrong time, bro. Wrong time.
And it wasn't really funny.
Because especially that it was an icon.
Yeah, but if it was funny, people know him.
Yeah.
So that is his form of comedy. It's just, it was like... Bro, you're better than that. Like, you're actually funny. That like, just sounded like hate.
Do something, exactly. Do something else.
Yeah, or even but that every time somebody dies, he does a joke kind of like thing.
Yeah, no.
But that's, and his Instagram is, where he posted it, it's private. You could only see it if you
were with him,
follow it. So I get his thing. The thing is, if it was funny, he wouldn't have got as much slack.
Yeah.
But the fact that it wasn't funny, it's like, wait, you just talking shit?
See,
or you trying to be funny?
The guy at the dispatch, he thought it was funny. The person he messaged it to, because it was in a message. Oh, it wasn't out there.
I thought he put it online.
No, because he knew it was wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So he knew not to do. But the person who received that message, they were like, no, if this is who we have working for the police department. So can you imagine who are the actual officers? Not saying that they're bad. I met some good. The one cop who came on the scene, he was like a little dickish. You know what I'm saying?
With the accident.
With the accident, he was coming down. He was flying down the street. First of all, I said it was not an emergency. It was an accident, but it's not. I clarified that it was not an emergency. Dude's flying down. There was a car coming up because he was going to work. My neighbor was going to work. And he's a hard worker. Yeah. He's ex-army, somebody. Like, he's cool people. I dig my neighbor. He's cool people. You know what I'm saying? Wife, dog, whatever. He was going to work. So he wanted to, before the thing got chaotic, he was trying to sneak out. So the cop was flying down. So the cop yelled at my neighbor. But my neighbor wasn't wrong. Yeah, my neighbor was trying to get out.
Yeah, I got to get to work. And he knows it ain't an emergency.
I said it's not an emergency. That's what I said. He came out of the car. I said, they're fine. I said, if you need help translating, because he looked Spanish, but he didn't speak Spanish. And the dude in the front, he was Dominican. Very sweet kid. He was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Very nice kid. Got hit from the back, was trying to be nice, whatever. But so seeing that play out a little bit, I was like, damn, okay. So the dispatcher and the cops, I think we need a protest in Woodbridge. And I'm like, damn, how do we make it happen? And then as soon as I said that, the next day I opened my phone and I see Woodbridge protest rally, march. I saw it a half an hour before it was supposed to begin. I said, baby girl, let's go. Throw on my clothes.
You take her to all of them almost?
Yeah, I take her because even if she does this today, she didn't really participate. She was just really tired. You know, we had, for some reason, we couldn't sleep last night. Like, I went to sleep at like 3. She went to sleep at 3. I don't know what happened. Wow. It was just real weird. So today she didn't really hold the sign. She just kind of sat there today. But
the other it's overwhelming
for her.
Yeah, like.
To a point, but she understands why. Because I asked her, I said, do you understand? I had her explain it because I have to have her explain it to me because you don't know if a child or a person understands something until they can explain it back to you.
And I feel like I would want to hear it more than once because I feel like you know what to say, you think you know what I want to hear.
Yeah.
So you'll just say that.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, so when you ask them again and again and again, and the story does stay the same, then you're like, all right, we good.
Well, she wears a hoodie like all the time, right?
And you're like, oh.
Especially, no, I'm not.
No, but like.
Yeah, I'm like.
You're like.
But she wears it. She wears it because she likes it, because she likes to cover up.
Yeah.
But she also wears it symbolically for Trayvon Martin. We went to the store 2 weeks ago. Do you know what she wanted?
A gray hoodie.
No, she wore a black hoodie. She had me take a picture too. She bought an Arizona and a pack of Skittles. She went home. We went home. We were walking. We went home. And then she opened her Arizona and she had her Skittles and then she stopped. She leaned back like this. I said, what happened? I said, are you okay? Because we started to watch a movie on my laptop. She goes, he didn't even get a chance to do this. I said, what, babe?
How old is he now?
She's 12. I said, what do you, at first I try to play, I try to play a little dumb, but I was actually like.
Yeah, because I need you to.
Like I didn't
tell me.
But at first I didn't know what she was talking about because I was, messing with my thing. What? I said, what do you mean? She goes, Trayvon, he didn't get a chance to go home and enjoy his Arizona or his Skittles because he got shot dead. Bro.
At 12. at 12.
But this is what I have to teach her. I have to teach her to be awake because I wasn't taught to be awake, and it's no fault of my parents, no fault whatsoever. Because when when we were growing up, like I said, stay under the radar. Dude, the post that I had just made, this my one of my favorite TikTokers, Adios Maria, Maritza. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll find her.
She goes. My Hispanic Latino people, you are not white. You are not white. America will never see you as white. You are not white. Okay? I don't know about you, but back in the day, not that we wanted to be white.
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, we wanted not to be noticed.
Us. Yeah, like there's a dope book. I don't know if you ever read it. It's by Frantz Fanon. Yeah, Frantz Fanon, called Black Skin, White Masks.
I gotta get that one. I don't have that one.
It is written in 1952, and it's a little bit of a hard read, and by that, like, I don't know how many books, if you read. You know how some of them you're like, you could just skim through it, like it ain't nothing.
Like
and then
nothing.
some is like,
you have to really
1952, divulge. You're like, what did he say?
Yep.
And you're like, wait a minute. It's almost like you gotta like slow it down and be like, and you have to like download the page in your head, like, it's like that deep where you're like, you can't just go through it, and like absorb it. You gotta be like War Against All Puerto Ricans. That you can go through it.
Yeah.
Blue Rays Black Redemption by Tookie Williams. That one you can go through it.
Oh God, yeah.
But you get to the Black Skin White Mask, you're like, oh wait, what? And it's like every line is like,
you gotta.
It's like you really gotta think about it. Yeah. But think about it. Black Skin White Mask, and it's almost about I think it was Paris. How, and this is back then. He also wrote The Wretched of the Earth, I think was Frantz Fanon as well. I didn't get that one yet, but that's the next one on my list.
Yeah.
But that whole putting on a white mask, like you want, like it's almost like white is right.
Because
you know what I mean?
That's the way it's been for how long? Like I said, they just over 60 years ago integrated these schools.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The better schools were in the white section.
So now you want to be that.
So exactly, like, because the white, everything was Caucasian, the colonizers, everything, they had everything better. Stupid loving. I love this movie, Hairspray, the newer one. I don't know if it's a musical, it's a girly thing. You know
can't
what I'm
do musicals. Oh, they give me anxiety too.
No,
I can't do it.
I'm such a musical.
I'm such
a nerd. I'm such a theater nerd. But so you had this is the most recent one with Queen Latifah in it though. So
she's a G,
bro. She had the song in there
underrated.
Right?
Like her whole career, everything from acting to producing.
Did you see what she just came out with her acapella?
No.
Ooh.
But she dropped like a freestyle?
Yeah, she's dropped a freestyle. Ooh. You gotta check that. But what?
Nah,
we're good.
Yeah, I probably got 15 minutes.
Okay, my bad.
Did 2 hours.
Woo!
Yeah.
My bad.
Nah, I'm good. We could do this. We could keep going. Don't matter to me.
But Queen Latifah, that the Hairspray, it damn, what were we talking about?
Black Skin White Mask
the music. So there was a group, right? The girl, she's a thick girl, she's new, she got put on this show because she could dance, but she's she's fat, whatever, she's fat white girl, and then the black people are teaching her dances and stuff like that.
This is part of the storyline.
This is like the storyline.
All right.
She's a fat girl, whatever, and wants to just dance on the show, whatever. They accepted her because she danced at a thing. So then there was this song, started off by the white group, right?
Yeah.
It was the New Girl in Town, and they did it all nice and peppy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the second part on Negro Day, they had
the Negro Day
in the show. There's a Negro because it happened in like the 50s. It's based in the 50s. So on Negro Day was when all the black people could go and dance and everything on the show. It was only one day a month, and the group these black girls were singing the same song, right? So then the manager, who was a white lady, the white lady, she goes, after they think, she goes, why did they do the same song? Queen Latifah was like, they wrote it. That's the whole thing. You have all these black artists who the white people were stealing it from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's a constant. So the white people had always a hand up. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, because of all the years of slavery and then segregation and all that, this was in our life. Not our lifetime, but our parents' lifetime.
Yeah, this is recent. It's there. You know what I mean?
But let's go back to the Woodbridge protest.
Yeah.
Young people. I'm gonna tell you, they had, I want to say, like 7 or 8 young people speak. Mind you, they're either recent high school graduates or current college students, early college students. The gems that these people, this one girl, I think her name was Chastity. I don't remember. All I remember is she got up, she goes, she said something else, and powerful, whatever. I don't want to see any police officers or council members kneeling when we kneel. Because then all you're doing is propaganda.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. This is not a farce. This is not. She went in. She went in. I'm out here doing walking the walk. I could talk the talk all day. I could do this all day.
Yeah.
I wanted to walk the walk to help these young people, because let me tell you, these young people, they got it. By the time they get our age or a little older, I think we're be in a much better place. But I'm gonna tell you, these young people are the ones who are the wokest. We think we're good. We see everything. You see everything. I see everything. Not everybody's like us. But let me tell you, we have a whole generation after us. Gonna change the world. If we can't change the world by the time we pass, they got this. I'm not worried about our future.
Yeah, and it'll be our job to like encourage them, let them do it, and also like you do, talking to your daughter, bringing her with you, and now she sees it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's like, like this is how you move through life.
Yeah.
Like this is how
you want to get something
done.
How
human beings are gonna prosper as a unit.
Yep. And the thing that I love,
and also turn up. Somebody does something, punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, the kid who said that to her, he ended up on the floor because she pushed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? She's lucky. He's lucky that that's all he got.
Word.
But but I want her to see, it took a while for us to get to this point. This was the George Floyd was the straw that broke the camel's back, and now I'm not gonna say all hell broke loose, because that's not even a proper.
Yeah.
I want to say that
the wrath. They're feeling the wrath.
They're feeling the wrath of
their
all
actions.
these years. Of all these years.
Of the
war on drugs.
Yep.
The mass incarceration. All that.
That's what I mean. They're gonna. And they know what I thought about that too. Oh man, you got to come back another day.
I'll come back another day.
This conversation's dope.
Yeah.
What is it? Like, there's gonna be a point. This is what I think. Why people, like the racist people, fail to understand though. Like, yo, fam, eventually, there's not gonna be. There always will be racism.
Mm-hmm.
But the numbers, I hope, are dwindling down.
Yeah.
And now, the power of the people are going to get the power one day.
Yep.
And now they're afraid that the people will do to them what they did. So that's what they're afraid of. And who I forgot who said it. But they said that the most thing that they fear is Negroes uniting. Oh yeah.
So and
that might have been FBI J. Edgar Hoover, probably.
Yeah, it was Hoover. It was
J. Edgar. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Hoover.
He called the Black Panthers a terrorist group.
Yeah, KKK is not.
Nope. I heard they're trying to get a building but Black Panthers is, or Black Lives Matter. I think is labeled a terrorist group. No,
Antifa. No, Antifa. But
Black Lives Matter isn't.
They tried. I think they tried. I don't think it's because they don't do. I'm not. I say we like I'm a part of it.
I'm interviewing you.
I know.
You know the answer. I want the truth. Yeah.
Nah, the movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, and they try to trash the movement. They can never trash this movement, man.
Nah. And then but KKK is not a terrorist. Come on. Listen to the rhetoric that they're talking about.
But wait, how can you mark them a terrorist group when a lot of them are politicians in the high up politicians, senators and stuff like that?
They're all walks of life. That's the crazy part.
Governors, police officers. How are you gonna make them a terrorist? Because they're a terrorist
That's a
group.
good point.
If they're a terrorist group, those people who are senators, who are policemen, are found. Terrorists. Yeah. So if they're found to be the KKK, they can get arrested for that and charged with terrorism.
So then let's make it a terrorist group then.
They're not going to, because I mean, look what happened in Charleston with the white power whatever march that they had. President. Oh, I almost said it. 45.
You don't say his name?
I was like, President. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve that respect.
I think he's a puppet.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's a whole nother episode.
Oh, that is a whole nother. Let's fall back from that. But when he said that there's good people on both sides, meaning there's good the Nazis. They straight up had Nazi paraphernalia and stuff like that. Confederate flags and all. We have to come back and talk about the Confederacy.
Oh yeah,
all that because
that gets me amped up.
They talk about the statues, but they still have the plantation houses up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
no.
You don't think they should?
No.
As a museum for a black
No.
They should just.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened in the plantations?
Oh yeah,
What do you think happened to slaves? Have you a buck breaking?
Yeah.
Separations of the families, chopping off of parts?
But I mean, I feel like if a person if a black person ran that and showed the real shit.
No.
Like this is what it was.
No.
But then that's not teaching your. Then
no, you want to know history? Look in a book.
Yeah, I get it. I guess you can do that too. Like knock that down. Because think about it, they knock down houses from people that like serial killers that have like houses.
Yeah.
And that like they got to kidnap. I got so mad when I found out he was Puerto Rican.
Oh,
when
which
he kidnapped the two girls and kept them there for like forever.
Oh,
he kidnapped.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he's Puerto Rican. I was like,
damn it. No, he was that crazy side.
Yeah, he's the crazy side, right? The one that we don't want to claim and shit. But I was like, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. They knocked down that house. Maybe you're right.
Cause
maybe you're right.
Cause in Virginia, my parents took my daughter to one of the plantation homes, and they were so excited.
That's a good discussion. I don't know.
I love my parents so much. I gotta tell you, I love my parents so much. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But they they're old school. So they took her to the plantation house, and they were so excited. On the wall, it was a Jones. That's my daughter's last name, Jones. And I'm like, Ma, that's not good. She goes, why? I was like, the only reason my daughter and her father and his father had the last name Jones is because the slave master's last name was Jones. So right now she has a slave name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to keep that, they're beautiful homes. Don't get me wrong. They're historical, in the fact that they were built back then. But at the same time, you had slave owners raping men in front of their wives and children.
The stories are atrocious.
You had slave masters cutting the penises off of slaves to dehumanize, to take their
just
their manhood. To show, and then the black man had to walk away like a dog with his tail between his legs, and never be so why. So out of all that, you know what I'm saying? The men that you have today, why do you think it's people are like, oh, it happened so long ago. Do you know there's a generational PTSD?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
You know
like in genetics,
bro,
like passed down,
yes,
through family, like your lineage.
So all that stuff happened in them plantation houses that I don't think should exist. I mean, people may say, oh, it's historical. I get it. But at the same time,
I can see both sides of it.
I could see both sides too. But the side that I lean on is if all these murders, like you said, happened in a house, you want to keep that house?
No, they're gonna knock the house down. Now, what do we? Damn, see, we could go into this. I guess I put a what there? A sign to say, don't put anything, and now nobody, and now we just walk by and act like it didn't happen, or
what?
Like that one plantation house didn't exist. Like, let's say they knock it down.
Yeah.
What do we now? What? Like, we just don't put anything there.
This is the land.
I feel like that's sacred land.
This is the land that's slaves owned. They could put a museum, but knock down that plantation home.
All right, I'm with that. I'm with that. Knock down the thing, build a museum. Because that land has souls and blood on it.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Mm-hmm. That should remain untouched.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Nobody owns this land.
Yeah.
Like a Native American burial ground.
Yeah.
That should be sacred.
It should be.
Like, but you're right.
Maybe not even
knock down the old house.
But maybe not even a museum. Or if you want to leave the houses there, whatever. I don't know. All I know is that those homes are a reminder, just as these Confederate statues are a reminder of slavery, of when, racism was at its peak. You know what I'm saying? So what do? We're knocking down the statues. Plantation houses have equal bad history with it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, here, Jimbo was, raped in front of his wife and 5 kids. And then after that, all 5 kids went to different plantations. That's the history of the plantation homes.
We're going to break this down into 2 parts. Hold that thought. 1 second.